Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's recipe was inspired by some posts I've been seeing on Instagram, so stay tuned to see how Grady and I make these. So the first thing you want to do is grab a pot for your rice, heat up some olive oil, and throw in 2 cloves of garlic. Once the pot heats up, add 2 cups of water. Now we're going to add a bay leaf, just to add a little flavor. Add some salt to the water. I'm just going to do about a teaspoon. And bring that water to a boil. When that water starts boiling, add 1 cup of rice. So if you're not familiar with how to make rice, it's just 1 part rice, 2 parts water. So I did 2 cups of water and I'll just do 1 cup of rice. Give that a stir and then we're gonna cover it for about 20 minutes and let that cook. Just leave it on like a medium-high heat and then it should look like this once it's done. Now that the rice is done, it's time to start prepping the pineapple. Go ahead and cut it long ways in half. This was pretty hard to do, but if I can do it, I'm pretty sure anyone watching this video can do it. I've never gutted a pineapple before. This is my first time, so I'm struggling a little bit. If you guys have a better method for doing this, by all means, go ahead and do that. But this is just how I thought made the most sense to me at the time. Try and preserve as much of the pineapple and pineapple juice as you can because we're going to use this for the sauce. Now I'm just going to cut open the other half. This was definitely an interesting process, but I had a lot of fun doing it. We're just going to throw away the core because that's not very useful for this recipe. And then store your pineapple in the fridge while we get everything else ready. So now I'm just going to cut up some scallions, chop the ends off and just get rid of those. And then the lighter green and white parts, cut them in about 1 centimeter pieces long. And just toss those in a bowl to the side. Then I'm just gonna cut off about 1/4 of a green pepper and dice it pretty small. Then I'm just gonna add that to my bowl as well. And I'm gonna use about 1/4 of an onion as well. Actually, I'm gonna use a little less than that because as I was chopping this, I realized that that was too much that I cut off. And now we're gonna grate some ginger. We're not really following an exact recipe here, just add as much of whatever you like the way you want it. Then we added 2 cloves of garlic to that and we're just gonna add it to this pan with some olive oil again and stir that up. Now this is gonna be for the fried rice, and since we are eating it out of a pineapple, we are going to flavor it with some of that pineapple. And we're just gonna mix that in and let this cook. Now it's time to add some sauce to this. So we're gonna use some sesame oil. Keep these handy at this time because we're definitely gonna be adding a lot more along the way as this rice cooks. I'm adding some premium fish sauce and more sesame oil. And then I'm gonna add some soy sauce I don't know why I added so little in the beginning. I used so much more soy sauce like throughout this entire recipe. So just keep stirring that up and keep adding if you have leftover rice or like day-old rice that you can use for this instead, I definitely recommend doing that. It's just so much better using like rice that's like day-old or that's already been cooked for this because I feel like it fries better. Maybe it's the moisture, I don't know. So we added some basil and just pat that down and let it sit for about 5 minutes. And then come back and move all that rice over because it's time to add the eggs. We're just gonna use 2 eggs in our rice. I love this part. My favorite part about fried rice is the eggs. And it's even better if you have leftover fried rice and then you make it in the morning and just crack an egg right on top of that. So yummy. So now just stir in your rice with your eggs and just keep adding more sauce until you get what you like. So we added more sesame oil and more soy sauce. And we're just gonna keep on stirring and mixing and trying it until we get it how we like it. Obviously, it needed some more soy sauce. Much more. And I think our fried rice is done. So we're gonna move that over and get started on the sauce that we are going to coat the shrimp with. Grab that pineapple we gutted earlier and get 1/4 cup of that fresh, delicious pineapple juice. Add that to your pot. Now you can use chicken broth for this or whatever broth you like, but we had beef broth on hand, so we're gonna do a 1/4 cup of beef broth and do a 1/4 cup of soy sauce as well. Or an 1/8 cup, actually. We're gonna sprinkle in some sriracha to give it a little kick. And I'm just adding some rice vinegar. If you don't have rice vinegar, just use a drop of apple cider vinegar. Now this sauce is gonna be a sweet, sticky, tangy type of thick sauce. So we're gonna add 2 heaping tablespoons of brown sugar and we're gonna grate some more ginger. Once that sauce starts boiling, give it a stir. And it came out a lot thinner than we thought, so we're gonna add some flour to thicken it up a little bit. I also want it on a more sweeter side, so I'm adding some more brown sugar. Then squeeze in the juice of about half a lime, and then just stir that up again. Let it sizzle and boil until it gets thick and creamy, and then remove it from the heat and keep it to the side. Now we're gonna prepare our shrimp, and we chopped up some more onion, green pepper, and pineapple for when we cook the shrimp. So just add some oil to a pot and add in that onion, green pepper, and pineapple. Let that cook for a little bit. This smells so good. I wish you guys could smell through the screen. Like, this is so delicious. Oh my god. And those colors, are so beautiful. This is like my favorite part of cooking. Okay, now we're gonna add our shrimp to that pot and sprinkle in some sea salt and some pepper. You don't need to do too much to this because we are gonna add in the sauce we just made. So just let that shrimp cook. Beautiful. Keep stirring that up until the shrimp cooks through. Now once the shrimp is done, we're gonna add the sauce. So give it a quick stir and then just pour it right into the pot with the shrimp. Just mix that all together. I'm sorry for this bad angle, you guys. It won't happen again. But can we just take a moment and look at this shrimp in this sauce? Oh, goodness. Now it's time to plate your pineapple. You can do this part however you like, guys. This is just the way I saw it on Instagram and the way that I really wanted to do it. I'm just gonna do half fried rice and half shrimp. This was so much fun to make, you guys. I really, really recommend trying this recipe at least once or some type of variation of it at least. It was just so much fun to make, and Grady and I really enjoyed it. It came out delicious and looks really good in pictures. So please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe.